their into force U-Force. Night was soon to fall, and they decided it would be best to continue the search during the morning. Thankfully, the night was uneventful, and they were able to get a complete rest. They continued their search of Forest v Forest and searched the past for tracks of potential missing adventurers or demons. As they searched, several small imps snickered and pointed at them. They threw rocks that did no harm, but for some reason aggravated our adventurers and compelled them to follow. As the imps fled into a cave, and they were soon followed by their compelled trackers as it was an ambush. They were lured into a fighting ground, forced to fight for survival. Though it looked rocky for our adventurers, they escaped this infernal dimension and killing their captors. As uh as you guys can probably surmise, that spear that the being that was holding you captive for even just a brief moment was probably what sent you into that extra pocket dimension. As you guys kill him and taking the spear for yourself, as the as the extra dimension fades, you and so does the spear from I believe quick sorry Mila's hand disappearing and revealing what you guys where you guys are truly located. As the cave around you is now shown to be an average looking cave. Oh wait, and then there's also let me go ahead and actually add that. I believe it's this one. Go right there along the wall that I believe we Haru, since you are currently holding the true ring of memories, you can definitely see it.
I use the ring of memories with the sigil.
Alrighty.
Let me see.
As this entire area was warped in some extra dimension. You're hoping to that maybe you can't see anything of the sort, but all you do ended up seeing is backing through the time is in this very location, nothing actually seems to happen, but rather you see this individual, the big being with the spear that was held prior, step out of this gate, or you can't actually see it, but you know you can definitely see as they stepped out, wielding that spear, and then they get to the round here in the center area, and as soon as they tap, they actually fade from this area. You think that roughly around at the time of when all of this began, that's how far back it takes you as you go through the ring of memories. As far back as when all of these attacks began, this individual had set up the ambush spots way that far in advance.
By any chance, does he have a ring on his fingers?
You would you take a look at the body of the deceased demon that set up this ambush spot. Unfortunately, you do not see one. You think that maybe there was somebody on the other end of this gate that let them out and then closed the gate behind them and let them seal and create this ambush for and then had little demonlings go out to lure people into this cave to for the ambush.
That's the fight. The fight.
Huh. In that case, is there anything else of note in the cave? Like this stack of what looks like hay?
Yeah, you're having a look around inside of this cave, and you see the like maybe what seems to be have been some sort of life, but no. At this point in time, even with utilizing the Ring of Memories, maybe you find like a goblin that took up residence maybe like over a year ago, but nothing seems to have perturbed this area during the time of the reign of that demon. Though I believe what you did find in this area, I think I already showed you from last session, is this, right?
Yes.
Mhm. The Druid Stick of Whacking.
No attunement required.
What is this? Okay.
In that case, all right, y'all. What should we do?
Sorry, I was handling a few other things. There we go. All right. Well, there's only one way in front of us, so let's go in the way in front of us.
Well, that's outside of the cave. This is actually a very small circular shaped cave. There, upon entering, you guys clearly see the what you are probably surmising as the last one that you have to seal or get to be sealed, if you have forgotten.
Oh well, that makes our job easy. Paige just picks up the phone and tells them that we found the fourth one.
The agent on the other end is actually quite surprised. Oh, really? Wow, I'm glad. Yeah, I knew it just a day's rest. You guys would easily pick up the pick up the pick up the pace from what you had before the last night. I'm glad you guys finally found the last one. All right, I'll have the clerics as well as I believe your friend Argos accompanying them. They will arrive shortly. They are currently stationed at the the White Shield encampment, though it's really difficult to get any sort of information from there at this time. But I'm certain that somebody will be able to quickly inform them. As if you guys wait about 30 minutes pass, dead silence, and eventually Argos, you return to the party.
Yep, yep, Argos just marches on in, strumming away. I thought that um, I thought these clerics could use a bit of entertainment on the way here.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, truly. Your music is most exceptionally here. We're glad to hear the tales of all that you guys have accomplished thus far. All right, where is it? As they end and appear, but they don't actually see it.
It's just on
I
the wall
point.
over there.
On the wall this time. All the previous ones have been on the ground. Okay, we'll get right to it.
Quite a big fellow. Looks familiar.
Yes, Argos. You clearly remember this one as the one who stepped out of what the first gate that you had set up. He actually, can you go ahead and have either investigate if you have history proficiency or if you do not, roll me a history check. Yeah, that's good enough. As you have a look at this individual, and you definitely he definitely looks like the one that you saw before, but you're quite certain he is not. Different scratches on the armor in different places as such.
I think the other one had a. I think the other one had a broken nail. Oh well.
As some time takes place, and eventually they do manage to place the well, magic seal on this location.
Well, that was pretty easy. Managed you without much casualty. Absolutely nothing could go wrong now.
Well, these seals only seem to stem the tide, the flow of these attacks. The attacks would certainly be a lot more easier if these are really the only entrances that the demons take. But it unfortunately doesn't stop them all from coming through. Still, the more powerful ones still are able to get across the barrier, not with ease, mind you. It takes some time, but at least it doesn't actually destroy the barrier itself. Now, I imagine you guys are pretty tuckered out from all of the searching and finding. I'm glad that you have found them, at least what we know. But I don't. I hope that really is all of them. Well, I imagine you can probably see we can report to Lord Albert, and we'll go ahead and we'll take our leave for now as well.
And I'm pretty exhausted from the walk here. Oof.
They nod as they proceed to exit off of this area.
Well, now where? I guess we just return back over to Big Al and let him know what's been going on. You haven't met Big Al before, I think, as they motion over to Mila.
I am falling asleep. I don't know if I can do this.
Oh boy.
Mila's just like taking a cat nap right there on that little bench right there. Mila quick foot, more like Mila quick sleep.
You've had better. You've had better than that. You can do better. I expect better from you.
the better will happen eventually. And so, as the clerics made their leave, what shall you guys be doing at this time? Are you gonna go ahead and just chill here in this cave, or are you actually gonna go ahead and see if you can get an audience with Lord Albert?
I'll probably go head back to see if they can get an audience.
Yeah, head back. Safety in numbers.
Yes, indeed.
Sounds good to me.
All right. As you guys exit out into the area you had once seen before at the cave entrance, bypassing this, the little scamps, little demon things, thankfully do not appear to be posted outside the thing, even when you destroy the actual thing. You think that maybe they had something to do with that foul magic of the spear that the demon was using, but they do not appear to be there now. As you exit out of here and you see Forest View, you go into the Forest View proper, and with the proficiencies and your guys' total survival, easily enough can avoid getting lost. Uh, you, I guess, I'm imagining probably take the quickest and probably the safest way back, which would be through Forest View Village, into one of the roads leading into Whitestone City.
Oh, was this the turn I was supposed to take?
As I imagine, Ace, you're speaking to the agent on the other end to see if you could get any communication with Lord Albert, correct?
Yeah, and be like, hey, we did things. We got the stuff. We done did it.
The agent on the other end is like, I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
We got business with Big Al. That's all that matters.
We did it.
We done did the thing that Big Al wanted us to do.
Okay, I'm not entirely certain what you mean by this. I'm gonna go ahead and make an infer a guess that you found the last one.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I guess just hang tight. He's kind of in the middle of a meeting right now, still discussing something regarding a policy change, but I believe it's going to be taking into effect real soon. So go ahead and just maybe get some rest at the marketplace or something. And for now, I'll contact you soon.
Hurry before we're assaulted by the new policies. Go.
I guess we just go and take our short rest.
Mad dash for it.
All right. You guys are gonna take your short rest. Will you be taking it at Forest View Village, or are you gonna actually go back into Whitestone?
Probably just back to Whitestone, right?
I would like to hear from the rest of the party. Mila, Argos, Miharu.
Oh, you heard
The
Argos.
forest
He's
seems a
running for the-
little ominous.
He's running for the city.
Okay, Argos is in favor of heading towards the city as he's booking it. Probably A's in tow or already in front of him because he's probably way faster. Uh, Mila, are you gonna follow your two compatriots?
May as well.
It's more than
I
being
have no
harassed by
reason
the
to
guy.
stay.
Yep. And Haru, this is a very familiar scene as every member of your party is just blazing
Oh
past
my god!
you guys easily and quite safely make it to Whitestone City's marketplace. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's where you go there, and if you wish to take your short rest, you can. And actually, seeing as how well you guys have done for the past 2 sessions now, and sealing all 4 gates simultaneously, or at least in the past 2 days, I'm gonna say you guys all get a level.
Oh, right now?
So, yeah.
This moment. Oh, I feel a little bit quicker.
Ah, you're making me think.
Yes.
Fantastico.
How dare you?
You're
Alright.
welcome.
All right.
Get the brain juices flowing.
No, I already did that. I did overtime work this morning. What did I do to you that made you do this to me?
You killed my demon. I'm joking.
Moo-ha-ha-ha.
Hey, that wasn't me this time.
Moo-ha-ha-ha-ha.
Well, that's a
Nice
pretty
roll.
nice rolls actually. Wow, you didn't even have to roll that advantage. Your first one was already amazing.
Ooh-wee.
Features.
I wonder
Oh.
if, like, I should have exported my character from this campaign and then imported it back.
Exported it to yours and just quickly do it and then put them back.
I guess just to fix, to maybe just do a soft reset on the bugged character sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Guess who gets evasion?
Oh, you got evasion. Ooh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Dice.
Guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
68 plus 9 is 77. That sounds right.
Hmm.
Eh.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Does that sound like a town music? Hold on. I'm trying to find actual
Da,
sound.
da, 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 da.
Yeah, sure. This one sounds good. Like freaking music sometimes it's just like this is a city music and it sounds so cheery and lively. Like I don't think that's how a city sounds like.
This is a fantasy city.
Dang straight.
There, everything's fine, everything's good, everything's happy.
Everyone's cheery in a big city.
Yeah. Did I use my claw tattoo?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I will. Until the next dawn, I will make note of that so I don't use it again.
Mm-hmm.
One tab, claw tattoo.
All right. If you guys can, I guess when everyone is done with like spell casting and such, just let me know, and we'll be able to continue.
Well, it looks like all I have is evasion and stillness of mind, so I think I'm good.
You have the other
Words.
half of the
Words are hard.
the other living metal greatsword part, right? Yeah.
No.
Thank you. Don't you have the full
Isn't that
I think A
Nam's
is currently.
character?
No, the living metal great sword refused to be separated from each other, so it actually left him and returned to the full the one that A's has.
Ah,
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't realize I had the entire thing done, so it's a +2, not a +1.
Yes.
Neat.
I mean, unless you wish to split it, but I don't think anyone here is going to be able to use it.
I got my fists.
I gotta look through all the rules. I don't think 11 is too impactful for a bard. Don't each of these colleges come with their own spell list? Yes.
How about you, Wiharu? You're just tinkering with spells at this point.
Tinkering with spells.
Okay. For brevity and for my own sake, so I don't forget.
Fourth day. It's like, what is it? Majora's Mask, only backwards.
Only backwards.
Instead of
No.
3 days remain, it's fourth day.
Oh, that would be such an interesting campaign. Maybe one of these days, but not right now.
Time travel?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. oh
No.
yeah.
Counting the days was what I did when my Toa party went on a month-long training arc for the express purpose of just leveling up to beat up a lich. Who they're still working for, by the way.
Wait, I thought they already done with their training arc.
They did. They finished their training arc, but like during it, I was just like counting down the days. Like
Oh, okay.
day 10 of the training arc.
Okay, almost.
Oh yeah, because your guys are on a time limit, aren't they?
Well,
Or
we're
at
on a
least they're
time limit.
supposed to be,
Were.
theoretically.
Yeah, they were on a time limit to get back. Otherwise, the lich was going to recall them and be like, "Hey, remember how a month ago you said you only needed a month to prepare?" About that.
I lied.
I lied.
What about the whole death curse thing?
Oh, Cintra's dead already.
Ah. So no rewards?
Depends. Just because they're dead doesn't mean that, like, the whole soul nonsense has happened yet. It's a whole thing. Death isn't the end.
We didn't take a long rest earlier, right?
Only at the end of the day 3, which was before you even went into that area. So, if you're referring to a long rest after the fight, no.
Okay.
I best you get a short rest, right now if you want.
Okay.
What was my health at the last page?
I think if I recall correctly, like 51.
51? Okay. So that means I'm at, what is that? 60. 51 plus 9 is 60. Yes, 60. Why not? Why not? 67, good enough.
You see Ace with metallic sword, just swinging it to and fro fairly effortlessly, with extreme speed. Like you literally blink and it's one moment's in the air and the next moment just slice down. All right, all right. I think I got some ideas with this thing.
Yeah, the living metal weapon feels weightless in comparison to its clearly a visible size. But you would think that if you're on the other living metal itself is doing some of the heavy lifting for you, thus making it easier to wield. All right, and I think it's just you, Argos, or shall we continue? As you can continue to ponder.
You can keep going, I think.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. But if you need more time to think, just let me know. Okay.
I don't believe you.
What? Anyways, as you guys maybe are just exploring the marketplace in general, waiting for any response, and yeah, you guys all got your short rest in this area, just maybe just browsing, perusing the wares of the Grand Whitestones marketplace. As eventually, A's, you hear the stone start to respond as, okay, I managed to get you some time with Lord Albert. It won't be for very long though, but if it's important enough, he will see you.
Yeah, it's pretty important, I think. I mean,
Yes.
everything
ahead
we do
and-
is important.
Yes, of course. Go ahead and just visit the Citadel. I've made arrangements. Everyone should know and let you through.
Well, thanks, man.
Alrighty. As
I also I'm
As-
still doing spell things.
oh, you still were? Okay, I didn't know.
Okay. I'm also. Wait a second. That doesn't look right at all.
What?
None of this looks right. All of this looks wrong. You're all wrong.
Yeah.
So
it kinda-
I'm 4 levels in Rogue, so I can't do this. But apparently, with the subclass I chose, at 17th level, I can bring back the dead.
That sounds amazing. The problem is, I don't think we're gonna be hitting level 17 in this campaign. This
I'm
is
also not because I'm 4 levels in Rogue, so I can only hit 16 as a monk.
oh, okay.
I just find it weird that of all classes other than like cleric and paladin, monk now also gets to bring back the dead.
That's wild, yo.
Yeah. Hand of Ultimate Mercy. As an action, you can touch the corpse of a creature that died within the past 24 hours and expend 5 key points. The creature then returns to life, regaining a number of hit points equal to 4d10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Holy moly, that sounds amazing. And that's for key points?
Mm-hmm. Which I get after every short rest.
What
I
the heck?
imagine it's
So
like
you could
a
just
very
short
violent
rest.
CPO.
So you could just short rest somebody alive. Since it takes 24 hours to
Mhm.
eventually the corpse is unrevivable.
Though I can only use it once per day, because I can't use it again until the next long rest.
I mean, how many times are
But-
you gonna be reviving your allies? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, does it come with any of the downsides? Like the revival curses or whatever?
It doesn't say.
So it doesn't have any revival fatigue. That is amazing. Okay. You. I didn't know that monks. Which class is this? Which class of monk?
Way of Mercy. It's a Tasha's, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Tasha's. Way of Mercy. 17. Level 17. Hand of Ultimate Mercy.
Well, you've definitely perked my interest. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, you're rolling. Why so many hit dice?
First 2 hit dice was the hit points on, I guess, roll for like hit point level up on advantage, I guess.
Oh, okay.
The
And
rest
then the
are
next
just
two?
roll for heals.
Oh, okay. For your short rest. Got it. Got it.
Let's see. I think that's right. Yeah, it should be right. Let me double check to make sure I'm using the right. And yes, there we go. Cool, cool, cool.
Usually A's enter into a closet and then just shut the door on themselves. And they exit out. Alright, cool. I can see in the dark now. I kinda got tired of carrying around these torches.
You're like testing this out. Yes. What's up?
So, like, if I take a multi-level or a multi-class, I don't grab a proficiency in the skills as on the list, right?
You do not.
There's a table showing what you do get if you multi-class.
All right.
Don't ask me where that table is because I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's inside of the campaign chat, that's where it is.
There you go.
Right. Okay. Learn one skill from the class's skill list.
Oh, well, I guess rogue particularly get one because I think rogues just generally get a lot of stuff where it can relate to skills.
Ooh, thieves' tools. That's useful.
Okay. And then one skill, yeah. Okay.
Alright, now I'm done. I managed I had a lot of finagling I had to do with my sheet.
All right. Speaking of Charlie.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how Druid level ups works, but do you at any point get any more wild shapes that I need to be made aware of, or?
Let me see. I think I need to be a druid of the. I forgot the one. I know that it's the one that I am not, in order
Oh,
to get
okay.
more wild shapes. So no.
Okay,
Hmm.
probably. I remember one of the druids ended up getting like more wild
Moon.
shapes.
I think it was moon.
Okay.
Is that in the road list? Yes. Alright, yep, I'm completely done, I think. The heck is that?
All right. I believe that's everyone then. Do you guys head to the Citadel?
Yeah, Ace is ready to go. keep seeing them like look over into dark areas well, as they're walking by, just being like, "Ooh, ah, wow."
All right, Argos, Viharu, Mila.
I feel like a
To
true
the
dragon.
citadel.
Argos just goes like walking past everybody on the street, wooing them, no matter who they are, or attempting to woo them with his charm.
Yep. Most of you guys have perception proficiency, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yep.
Yep.
So everyone with perception proficiency, probably except for A's, as you're all looking around, you're all noticing one thing in particular that's maybe catching you off guard is that most of the guards now, most of the paladins that you see are not wearing their helmets.
Looks like maybe a suggestion and it ended up being true. Worked out. It's probably a good thing.
Your character doesn't notice this.
I mean,
I
does
mean,
somebody
Ace
say
can always-
anything either?
Ace
Nope.
can always roll a perception check, so.
Well, Haru, help me out here. Mention it.
That paladin looks extremely ugly. Have you seen him before?
Oh, they don't got their helmets on. There we go. Now we got it. It's a tag team. Good work.
High five.
Yeah, eventually Ace does notice this fact as well, as most of the paladins now are like it seems to be becoming more commonplace in knowledge as the paladins are being under policy removing their helmets. As eventually you guys make it to the front gates of the citadel and they let you guys through. They lead you to the to the same silence room as that was shown to you before. And they basically motion for you guys to enter.
Oh, how pleasant.
As you guys step through the door, you see the ever familiar Lord Albert sitting there on the other end. He appears to be taking care of some documentation as well. As he looks up and he sees you all. Ah, welcome. Go ahead, have a seat.
Mila's just kinda try to just like sneak up next to him, look over his shoulder, look
He
at
looks
his
at you.
paperwork.
He looks at you and says, it'll be a lot easier to discuss if you were on the other side."
Oh no, it's fine. I'm comfortable here. She sits down next to him.
There is no seat there next to him.
She's just leaning on the table then.
Right. Yeah, he looks at you three. Your group is a lot smaller than I recall. I'm guessing this is the newest recruit. As he looks to Mila. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you. I am Lord Albert, the lord of these lands. Argos, Viharu. You guys definitely see this of Lord Albert immediately, as he looks well rested. Actually, this is probably the least exhausted you've ever seen him. He actually looks like he's not gonna keel over at any moment.
Suspicious. Argos just tries to eyeball his his face.
Mila is still trying to read the document, see if there's anything juicy.
All you see is a bunch of boring policy changes in regards to maybe something along the lines. Like, I'm gonna say that you could stealthily look at his documentation. He's not contesting this, as he's not trying to hide it from you at this time. As you can easily see that he is doing some sort of policy changes in regards to finding the demons and finding the legions. As what maybe is legible from what you can read. And as for Argos, that insight, you're like maybe looking gander at his facial features, maybe not entirely certain if this is the Lord Albert that you are well accustomed with, because every single time you've seen him, he looked completely exhausted. As he looks at you like he could tell like maybe you're a bit skeptical, and then he says, like, "Fret not, Argos. It is definitely I. Thanks to all of your hard work, I've certainly been able to get some rest. I'm truly thankful for that."
Excellent.
Right.
What do we have today?
Now, you guys wish to see me? I have much work still left to attend to, but I did set aside some time to hear you guys out. What's the latest information?
I believe we've sealed. I think the last was it the last? I think it was the last one. Yes. I believe we've sealed the quote unquote last entry point.
Ah, you managed to find the rest. I believe that my son mentioned 4. As he says my son, he can feel like there's a little bit of scorn in his voice. As he says, from the information he provided to us, there were 4 of them. You found all 4? Well, I mean, you found the first one, so I imagine you found the other 3.
Argos
That-
kind of like counts them on his palms. Like 1, 2. Yes.
you see a sigh, like a little sigh of relief. All right. Well, the plan Heaven's Fall is we will be able to begin in full motion at this time. Then, we still have we still have some time until the paladins arrive, but at this time I don't really have much work for you. Well, actually, what I can ask of you is, as first off, continue. I'm sorry to make you keep holding secrets. I know you guys are tired of it, but can you continue to hold the secret of Heaven's Fall until the actual day of?
Easily done. I don't even know what this plan is.
All right. You're new to this group. I would hope that they have explained to you the information, but if not, I'll go ahead.
I tried and they fell asleep on me.
Something about demons, portals. We're gonna blow stuff up.
Close enough. Well,
Got it.
maybe. I'm glad to have you on our side, even if you have absolutely no idea what's happening. But, in regards to the plans Heaven Fall, it will be most better if you were more keenly aware. As I mean, do you really want me to repeat it, or do you just want me to, like, in brevity, he explains this to you?
In brevity, he explains it to Mila.
Yeah, in brevity, he does explain everything to Mila in regards to the plan taking, like, the paladins arriving to the city, and eventually during the 7th day, the paladins' force will in mass assault the entrances.
Mm-hmm. You see Mila continuing to nod, but like halfway through, her eyes just like glaze over, and it's clear she's not paying attention anymore.
In the meantime, it doesn't help that Argos was playing some background music to over dramatize his explanation.
He doesn't stop you as okay, and now that you're properly informed, I do have something to request of your party. Nothing too dangerous now that hopefully the more dangerous issue had been taken care of. There are 2 major points of contention that I need to maybe verify with you. 1, on the 7th day, we're only making an assumption based on the previous research and our team has come up with in terms of how often these attacks tend to happen. As you notice, they're not every single night. They're really struck at random. But what the team has noticed is that at least every 5th day there's an attack.
Do you know if these attacks are more intense or less intense?
Yes, actually, they're usually the 5th day. Every 5th day, the attacks are usually a lot more difficult to handle than every single attacks that are any time before that. As he like pulls out some documentation shown by some research done by either some of the clerics of his faith, like of the Helm's faith, as some of the documentations. If you look at, it's like it shows like a calendar, and then you see like a bunch of X's. But it's clear on every 5th day, even if there were any other X's on any of the other days, that there was definitely an attack that happened on them.
Under Argos's breath, great, more papers.
I'm sorry. It's very boring to look at. He just explains to you the greater details, so you don't have to actually look at it. Just bear witness to the results of the research. So we're only making an assumption that this trend will continue for until the day of Heaven's fall. So we're at least hoping we won't need one of those rings, as he maybe like I believe it's the Ring of Malice.
I give him the thumbs up.
That one, I don't think we've been able to get our hands on.
Yeah, I believe even I've been keeping it under tabs, or at least my own ignorance towards my own people here at the Citadel. It pains me to do it, but I can't trust every single one of them. The only one that has any information is the one that you guys have been speaking to, in regards to the. He points to the stone that Ace holds. Now, that's the first point of contention. We're only hoping that on the seventh day there would be an attack. Now, here's where that piece of knowledge matters. If the person on the other end with the ring of malice seals the other side, we have absolutely no way of traversing those sealed gates. So, during the assault, I'm gonna have, as he looks at you guys. On the seventh day, I need you guys to quickly capture them and take them out, and take the ring for ourselves, so that we can fully send in the might of the paladins upon them. Can I trust you with this task?
Non-lethal or lethal, or doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They're all scoundrels to me.
Ooh, not sure I like that, but on it.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yep.
We're gonna do the thing. I mean, what else are we gonna do until we wait for the fall to happen anyway?
Well, we won't be able to. You probably won't be able to enact this particular strategy until the day of. It's just a mere to prevent them from sealing themselves in and escaping again. We cannot allow that. Now, that's the first major point. Second, I do not know about any of the other parties that you have been privy to, or I don't think I trust that you haven't said anything to anybody. Now, I'm going to continue to trust that you will not, but I am going to put this within an amendment. If you feel that another party is really trustworthy, please let them know. Maybe we can secure their assistance in this matter. Is there anyone that you have at least a certain degree of faith in that will assist in this? I'll give you guys some time to think about this, as you still have 2 days to prepare for Heaven's Fall.
Yeah,
I mean, what's Lil Owl up to in the meantime? Have you been in contact with him?
yeah, I think.
Wait, what did they say?
What's Lil Owl been up to in the meantime while this been going on?
Are you talking about are you talking about Edmund?
Yeah, Lil Owl.
He just looks at Ace and says, "I have not been in contact with my son Edmund. He might be prepping for all I know, but maybe it might prove useful to try getting him on our side, to let him know that we've done a lot of the heavy lifting. He may participate in this battle as well, if he has any real incentive, if what he said is true."
I mean, they better, because like they ain't getting out of this scot free. They got a bunch of kids, man. They got a bunch of kids that they kidnapped. That ain't right.
I agree, but do keep his whereabouts and the plan a secret for now. We don't need any other issues popping up. So that's the task that I'll be assigning you. If you feel as though there's anybody that's trustworthy, see if you could rein them into this plan as well.
I don't actually think we know that many people out here, though. I mean, we got ourselves a boy over here as a motion to Reckoner, who is with us? Question mark?
Yeah, Reckoner is with you. He appears out of existence, out of nowhere.
Ah, where did you come from?
I've always been here. As Lord Albert's also taken aback, he's like, wow. He was standing still so motionlessly, he was invisible, wasn't he? That's impressive.
Yeah, I do that all the time. As you see, Ace literally never stops twitching at any moment. Like, they always have some kind of nervous tick happening. They're always, like, scratching something, moving their fingers, drumming, shaking their leg. Like, they're never sitting still.
So,
Right.
maybe I'll prove privy to maybe go explain things to Edmund. Do be safe, though, and keep an eye on him, alright?
Yeah.
Well, is there any other information that I can help you with at this time?
Not particularly.
Mala, Weharu, Argos?
I guess we just wait. I don't know. I don't have the faintest idea of another adventuring group that would be trustworthy.
I don't think we know any other adventurers.
I don't
So
even know
when
who
you
we know in
say
the city.
Trustworthy. You mean like we
Any
can... Mhm,
any
mhm.
individual who maybe you've developed some sort of relationship with that you could trust.
Oh, I know who we can trust. We got my boy Sarge. They're one of your paladins, if you know them. They got like green hair.
Didn't you want me to have him under inspection? No, wait, I believe that was the Minotaur.
Yeah, man. They ain't here anymore. But like, me and my boy, we go back, right? We're like searching for this tomb a long time ago. I got killed by a fireball, by the way, and then like, it was this whole thing. Anyway, we've
I
been
have
through
no
a lot.
idea who that is. But, I mean, if there are people that may be trustworthy, maybe not trustworthy, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, feeding them the wrong information. Because that way you know that if there is a leak, who is the leak? The mole. Whatever that word is. I'm not thinking straight today.
Lord Albert looks at you and says, like, that is actually a potential. That is maybe something you can consider. I'll have you, if you can, I'll want you to do that as well. See if maybe you can, maybe at least falsify some degree of information, but try not to falsify it too much. Or reveal the actual plan itself if you can.
I don't know if you're asking...
He looks at Mila as he's saying this.
You see Mila is, like, not completely panicked, but, like, very uncertain now. And she's just, like, pointing at Argos. Maybe ask that guy. I'm not good at the talky talk. I'm good at sneaking. I do the sneaky sneak real good, but the talky talk not so good. I think that guy's better for that. Yeah.
Observing the use of the phrase "talky talk," I think they might have a point.
Well, I'll keep that plan in mind. I trust that whatever you guys have to do will be fruitful for the plan of Heaven's Fall. Please do not waste these next 2 days.
Oh, I know one other fella. Y'all remember? I mean, you weren't here for this mound, but like Argos and Mahar, you remember that one fella with the metal dragon? It like were all spooky and a memory place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they seem pretty cool. We should go and talk to them. I bet they might have some. If not, maybe they can't help us because they're like bound to the cave or whatever. Maybe they got some intel for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the way you talked about him, he seemed like he was like a ghost, or like he was told to do in a certain way when reacting to certain things.
Yeah, but I
Is
mean,
he
like, they
really a
give us free
person?
stuff. They give us stuff, and like they made us beat them up because they were like a metal dragon, but also not a metal dragon. It was a whole thing. I'll tell you.
Lord
anyway.
Albert is really confused at all this, and he's like, interesting. I've never heard of any middle dragon around these parts.
Yeah, might have been an illusion. It's a whole thing. Long story, not important.
He just nods. I'll take your word for it. Well, it seems that you guys have some information as to who can be trustworthy. Go speak to this. He's kind of confused. You never actually specified a name. But I trust that you go to speak to him, and yes, I'll go ahead and call this meeting adjourned then. If I have any further information, I'll be sure to relay it through the stone.
Yeah, you've been looking well rested. You keep that up, man. As Ace gets up to head out, let's go and visit old Meadow Drag buddy. As Ace is walking down the hallway, they keep mumbling to themselves like, "Plus, I talk real good to dragons, man. Like, me and dragons, we go like."
I was gonna try to steal Albert's pen.
You he can't contest that at all. You successfully steal his pen.
I have a pen.
Uh,
Don't
it's,
know.
it's a pretty nice looking pen. It doesn't seem to be too out of the normal, out of the norm. It's kind of like one of those ye old ink pens. Maybe it dribbles a little, but it doesn't look like it'll fetch much, but it does have a little nice insignia on it of Whitestone.
It's not about selling it. Not all the time. Sometimes it's just about, a little souvenir. I think this is the first time Mila's met Albert, so
And the first thing you do is try to steal from it.
the first thing she tried to do was read his important documents to see if there's anything interesting.
You read the documents and they're
Yes.
boring.
Yes. Which of course means that since she can't get anything interesting from the papers, she'll just sticky fingers. She's just messing around. She just happens to walk off with the pen. She's not gonna sell it or anything. It's just nice to have,
Uh-huh. Anyways, Argos Viharu, what do you do as the meeting is adjourned?
I suppose let's go make some friends.
I agree. We should consult with. Wait, can the dragon prepare more constructs for us?
Oh yeah, see, I bet they got something. If they don't got none, maybe they'll have info. They probably got something. They seem pretty cool. As Ace will, in a very long-winded way, try and catch Mila up with everything that happened. So enter the cave, and there was a fella there, and then there was an illusion. There was like a cave of memories or something. So they're telling us
Same
about all the
thing
history.
as with Albert. You see Mila just nodding along like she's pretending to pay attention, but her eyes are just glazed over, and you can see her ears just swiveling around because she's clearly paying attention to everything else instead.
It was steam breath, and then I was unable to actually hit him. Because...
But anyways, I believe. What about that Reynard fellow? Yeah.
And then I managed to move past some guards, and then it got to this.
Yep. As Argos brings to your attention another individual who at least Argos has definitely spoken to. Ace briefly recalls, and Ueharu as well. The individual known as Reynard. You're quite certain you definitively know his location, Argos, as it was at the White Shield encampment.
Do we really trust that fellow though? I mean, they're nice, but they ain't never done anything to really help us or indicate that they allied with us.
Ooh, those are the best people to ask for help.
He did introduce us to the concept of these rings, I believe.
Look,
Yeah,
if they don't
that's-
have a stake, then what you do is you pay them, and then as long as you're the person who pays them the most, they have no reason to betray you.
I don't know. Maybe what they want is souls.
Mila the mercenary speaks.
Hey, mercenary is such a harsh word. Opportunist. You see, Mila just the pen flipping thing. She just twirling the pen around in her fingers. Look, opportunist, and again, loyalties make things complicated. If your loyalty is money, then you always know what's gonna be what your priorities are. Maybe Reynard doesn't, or Reynard, right?
Yeah,
Anyways, maybe that guy doesn't really want money. That's fine. We can figure out what else they want, and then, just leverage it again. to deal with are people who don't have a stake in things, because then you know how far they're willing to go and what they're willing to do, what they're willing to give it for.
Yeah, but I didn't really know much about Reynard.
All
Yes.
right. So the current quests, or I guess the current potential allies that you are currently thinking of, I believe A's is referring to Grant the Metal Dragon. Argos, you're referring to the mysterious individual known as Reynard. Mila, you had concocted the idea of maybe guising some adventurers into the plan without actually specifying what the plan was. And Wiharu, did you have any ideas as to what your character would like to do?
I mean,
Or
Ace
what-
also wants to.
Or
sorry.
What Mila was
choosing,
saying
choosing the
was-
options of your fellow allies is also a much viable decision as well. So
Also, Ace was going to talk to Sarge as well.
oh
Up
yes,
to.
yes. Ace would also like to speak with the fellow paladin whom he has definitely adventured with, Sarge.
We'll just go do those in order then.
All right. Which of these individuals would you like to speak to first, or I guess in the direction you guys would like to head to first?
We're in Whitestone, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
Sarge should be nearby, yes?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Argos walks up to the nearest paladin. Say, have you seen where Sarge has been?
Yeah, you walk up to the nearest paladin. They're definitely not wearing their helmet, as you can clearly see their facial features and everything of the sort. Sarge, are you referring to the sergeant commander?
The green-haired fellow.
Yes, I do believe. As he's like looking and just like, and he points to the east gate. Last I recall, Sarge was usually on duty on the east gate. No, sorry, west gate.
Wait. Miley just kind of elbows Ace. Wait. There's a sergeant named Sarge? That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate name there.
I don't know. I
And,
once knew someone named Barbara, and they lived on Barbara Street. It was pretty cool.
At the same time, Argos is like, so you meant waste?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a performance. check.
Crickets.
You actually get a chuckle out of this paladin. Yes, you got me
No,
there.
how dare you?
You're like, yes, you got me there, sir. Sarge Shout is most likely still attending to the west gate.
Oh, very good. Let's make our way there then. No time to waste. Come on. Come. He leads, I guess Argos leads the way while playing an instrument.
Mila just like, wasn't there some story about something, as she's following Argos, about some music player who led a bunch of children to their deaths because while they were playing music?
I think you're thinking of rats.
Was it rats? No, because there were rats, and then the village is like, no, we're not gonna pay you, and then the guy was just like, fine, then I'm gonna take the most precious thing to you, and then took all their kids except for the one person, and it was just like a big allegory about like, this is why strangers are bad. Or maybe that was just my parents. Hmm.
I've heard a version where it was actually a siren.
You done had a rough childhood, huh?
Not really, just well, when you spend too much time where people do a lot of fighting, then all you really know is how to fight, and then you try to teach your kids how to fight, and then you find out that your kids don't really like to fight, and
I've
You
also heard
approach the
versions.
west gate.
I've also heard versions where it was a vampire.
As you guys approach the west gate, you see a group of paladins, and as well as what appears to be the some sort of cleric, clearly with some degree of high authority, sort of directing the paladins as they're setting up some sort of barricade here. They appear to be making ready for just in case of another attack. And among the paladins that are assisting in this, you see the A's. You see the ever familiar green paladin as Argos as well, and so does Biharu. You guys instantly recognize him.
Oh, there's our moss-headed paladin.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't
But-
expecting actually green hair. I wonder if he dyes it.
Yeah, I don't really ask. I mean, I don't dye my hair.
You don't have hair.
Says
Do you have hair? Miley just
That's
like
kind of that's kind of a personal question, and I'm
I was
just
just
gonna
like,
Argos is
uh,
like,
walk away.
oh, I thought
You're
the
making me
Donian
kinda
head with
uncomfortable.
plants was a human thing.
That's kind of a deeply personal question. I'm just gonna.
you see Miley just like tailing A's, trying to see if A's has like hair under the scales or something.
That's like if I asked you if you had hair in your butt because you're a cat, right? Like that's just deeply offensive.
As you guys approach
I mean,
the
do you actually want to know the answer to that?
as you guys approach the ever-working paladins that are setting up the barricades, and as the citizens of a few mostly going inside the walls, like traveling merchants of the sort, getting inside the walls to like maybe sell their wares. As you approach, what the paladin Sarge looks at you guys and says, "Oh, well, hey, it's been a while since I last saw you guys."
I have no
Yeah.
idea who you are. Mila Quickfist. Nice to meet you.
Ah, yes.
She holds out
Sarge.
her hand.
Ah, yes, Sarge. Pleasure to meet you. As he reaches out to shake your hand.
No tricks here. Mila just shakes his hand.
He just nods. Well, you don't
Well,
meet very many friendly people. At least not very many friendly adventurers. I'm glad to have met you. As he looks, yes, and how can I help you?
Yeah. So we got. Have you talked to Big Al recently?
No, I have not. All I've been hearing are the strange rumors. I believe he's, I don't know what exactly is his plan, but I hear that he's returning a bunch of the paladins. I'm not entirely certain as to why. But I'm just tasked to just continue defending the wall, and that's what I will continue to do.
Well, we're going to we got a big plan of sorts with Big Al. We've been discussing with him. See, we gotta keep on down low, but we're gonna. It's like a big assault on the demons because we run around and see.
Wait. Mila's just like looking at the soldier nearby. If this is supposed to be a secret, sneak stuff, maybe not in public.
Argos.
Yes.
cut in.
As Bihar, as A's is maybe trying to discuss this out in the open, Mila quickly shunts him off, maybe with the assistance of Argos.
Yep. Argos just approaches the Garza. Oh, forgive the lizard, our lizard friend. He's a little loopy after yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh yeah, yesterday. Ooh, yesterday was not good.
Yeah, no, it was not.
The paladin who maybe had his interest maybe a little bit peeved, or like not peeved, but peaked. Yeah. He's like shrugs. By the way, if you see the paladins here, they do not have their helmets. I don't have another token for that. But he just shrugs, maybe like a question, like maybe raises one eyebrow, like a shrug, like, okay, and then proceeds to just continue working and setting up the barricade. As Sarge is like, what was that?
Don't worry about it. Mila's just gonna kind of like throw an arm over Aza's shoulder and like manhandle him away. He's like, come on. Let's
Meanwhile,
go find somewhere nice to sit and we can just, eat, drink, talk. Definitely don't do any weird planning business. She
As
gives
Mila
Aza
does
a
that,
look.
Argos does the same thing with Sarge. Yeah. Let's go let's go have us a private discussion. Yes.
You like place your arm over his shoulder and just like leading him along with Ace somewhere.
Yep. Like no, like across his back to the other shoulder.
Essentially, it's Mila, Sarge in the middle, and then Argos on the other side. We're just
Yes.
like forcibly frog marching A's, or not A's, Sarge away.
Yeah, as you guys are trying to lead Sarge away from this group, the paladin, the cleric in charge looks and says, "Halt! Where are you taking him?"
We have we have some we have some things to discuss with him. Yes. Yes.
He looks at Sarge a bit sternly, and then he looks at you a bit sternly and says, "I need to know more details as to the reason why you're taking him."
We're looking for
Look,
more.
it has something to do with the new policies.
It's lunchtime.
Ah!
Go ahead and I guess as a collective, make me a persuasion check.
All right. Just so you know, I cannot roll
completely
lower than a
different arguments.
17. So it's actually a 17.
All right, so I'm just gonna take the overall average of this.
Sorry, guys.
So 17 plus 16 plus 12. And then we divide that by 4. 14 as a collective.
Oof.
Oops. And he rolls a... Yes, it would be wisdom. He meets it. As he's like he looks a bit sternly and doesn't seem to be budging on letting Sarge go, as he says he's gonna be needed here at the wall. If you need to discuss with him, you will not leave this spot.
Ace pulls out the. Wait, didn't they have an album for like Big Al about something that could present?
Yes, you do recall Lord Al did give you such an emblem, but you do recall that you were expressly told to not utilize it without his express knowledge.
They just start. They pick up the phone.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Sorry, Sarge. We'll catch up later next time. It's fine. And Mila's just gonna use psionic power. Wait, no, wrong one. My bad. Psychic whispers.
Okay.
Using her psionic powers, she's going to use psychic whispers. You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. Choose one or more creatures. You can see up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus. And then roll one psionic energy die, which I believe is a d6. So for the next 5 hours, 4 of us can talk.
Wow. Okay.
Psychically. So,
at a
who wants to get
distance, too.
shunted out? Because there are currently 5 people here.
Let's see. Argos is just like I guess Argos is just like a. Let me see if I can handle this.
Okay. Then the conversation is between Sarge, Ace, Mila, and Uharu. As they try to explain the the plan of Heaven's Fall to Sarge. I think maybe we should have chose the person who can actually speak well. Too late
hold
now.
on. Argos appears to be trying to do something here, so I'll go ahead and let the psychic whispers, or I guess I'll ask to see if you want to hold it first to see what Argos
Basically,
wants
what
to do.
Argos is doing is, I guess, is there any kind of a an action? Is there any kind of motion that you got to do for that?
It doesn't really say. It just says as an action. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's you can make it as subtle or as visible as you want it to be.
It's just gonna be like a tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, I'll say that's subtle enough, or like that's if that's the intention, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Because I mean, Mila already has one arm thrown over Sarge's shoulder, so she'll just like tap on it and then let go, tap on Aze's and Uharu's. So kind of like a, okay, we should be moving on, but when in reality she's setting up this psychic whispers.
All right, Argos. Your comrade seems to have set up some sort of psychic whispers. Did you wish to continue what you were going to try doing?
Let's see. Argos smiling and whatnot. Look, I understand it's been a rough day and lots of things coming up. Yes.
Yes, we're always preparing for the next attack, but I need all hands here, and I cannot afford to even let a single one of my paladins out of my sight.
Uh, um. Well, you've got plenty of time. Yes, and most of the attacks occur at night. Well, he'll be back before then.
I would say you would have to roll at disadvantage a persuasion check, but I'll say because of how proficient you are with it, you roll at normal.
All right.
All right, let's see. Let's just roll again. Oh, he literally cannot pass that.
I don't think he can beat it. Yep, Argos is just smiling and grinning in his grinning. You can't not trust this guy, right?
He's not scowling at you, but he's looking at you with a heavy degree of skepticism. And then he looks towards Sarge. You got 1 hour.
Perfect. He'll be back in an hour or less.
All right, Mila. Seeing as how this went, did you still want to continue using your psychic whispers? I will allow you to not use it if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if this is all settled up, we don't have to use it, so not gonna use it.
Yep. And Argos resumes throwing his arm around the Sarge soldier. All right, let's you and I talk some business. Eh?
As he seems to be able to leave. He's a bit bewildered at all of this as you managed to talk to his superior to let him go even for just a moment. As I'm gonna go ahead and say either you guys where would you like to go? Just like some sort of like tavern, some sort of building. There's probably another restaurant of some sort to eat a meal if you want.
Yep. Looking for a tavern.
All right, and you very easily do either to the same one that you've been to previously. Well, actually no, because that'll take a bit of time. But probably maybe a smaller inn that's closer to this location. As you guys are in, and maybe you find a secluded corner of that building to discuss details to Sarge.
Ordering around the food and yes. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is the building.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
something like that.
And Argos leads the discussion with So how do you grow all that moss on your hair?
Moss.
Oh yeah, is it natural? Or is your hair like naturally green, or do you like do something with it?
I've always had green hair. At least as long as I know. I know it's a bit strange.
Weird. What about
Well-
your parents?
But, unfortunate to say, I'm actually an orphan.
So your parents died before you knew them, or is
Before.
it like a touchy subject? Okay.
I've always lived off the streets, and I was glad that a friend,
Mhm.
or at least some sort of mentor, taught me the ways of being a paladin. And well, anyways, I'm sorry. It's probably a boring story.
So your hair is human hair.
Yes, at least I've always thought so.
I mean, he looks human.
And put this discussion.
Like he's like tapping his head, like, is it really that strange?
Well, but anyways, now that curiosity of mine has been sated, we'd like to inquire to see if you'd like to, I guess, join us on a special operation.
How much do you want to kill demons?
I hate them. I would.
All
certainly
right,
want
you're
to
in.
He's like I would certainly want to get rid of them as soon as we can. I don't want to see this my own city going terrible. So what exactly is this plan of yours?
We are going to kill a lot of demons in 3 days from now.
And you'll be very much involved.
Frontline, just the 5 of us.
Sarge looks a bit
6.
skeptically at you two, and then looks at
7?
Ace, who he definitely recognizes a very friendly ally. Ace, you're a part of this, I imagine.
Yeah, man. But we've been talking with Big Al about it. This whole thing. Ace will regale them with the short version, which is still way too long version of Heaven's Fall.
He seems to be pondering and says, "All right, I'm in. The 7th day, correct? So as he described it to him. So that's in as he's like maybe counting with his fingers and says, in 3 more days, right?
Yep. Well, this will keep you from this will not interfere with your activities for the day, and you can help us when we need you.
Right.
And if there something does come up, well, lizard guy over here, reptile guy, this guy over here, apparently knows how to pull some strings, so he can maybe get you the day reassigned.
Yeah, and also the fake dog over here. Working with us too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be most certainly glad to help in any way I can. So, well, I imagine that's probably all you wanted to tell me, but that sounds very important, and I'm really glad you did. I thought you guys hated me for a minute, but
I
either
have
way,
no idea who you are.
well, either way, yeah, I'll be definitely there. As he nods.
Yep. And then I guess they wrap up lunch, and Argos just waves.
Yep. Sarge will. A bit weird that you wave at him, but he'll wave back as he goes back to attend to his duties as a guard of the West Gate.
How mean do I want to be?
How mean do you want to be?
Do that. Maybe I could just like wave over like the waiter and just like, hey, so that guy said he would be willing to take our bill. Can you put it on his tab? But
Argos
I'm
is
gonna
just
do
like,
that. Not this time. Not this time.
well, Argos is just, oh, you're not gonna do that. Because Argos, oh,
Time.
we don't have to worry about the bill.
Yes, you're quite aware, Argos, that as adventurers you don't have to worry about bills for food.
And then Argos just like, let me show you. He just orders like a mountain of food.
As Argos begins chowing down in his meal, you'll bet you guys eventually finish it. It did take, yeah, and maybe it took you about an hour to get to the gate itself and also speak with Sarge. It is now a bit close. It's a bit closer to the midday point at this time. As I'll put you guys back onto the city of Whitestone itself. Where would you like to head to next? Now, if you want me to go ahead, I can type out the NPCs that you guys listed beforehand if you wanted to visit them.
Which is closer, Grant or Reynard?
I would say, since they're both in the forest view and are probably in the same direction, they'll take the same amount of time to get to either.
I suppose we should see if Reynard is trustworthy. No better time to find out than now. I mean, if he is untrustworthy and something happens, then we're kind of screwed.
All right. Is there Ace Viharu? Argos is bringing up the potentiality of speaking to Reynard. Do you guys follow?
Follow suit.
I'm not sure about this fella, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't trust this dude.
All right. Aza's skepticism is duly noted to the rest of the party as you guys will continue down to the I guess if you guys are heading to Forest of View and then into Forest of View Forest. Is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Argos, you still have the map that leads you directly to the White Shield encampment, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty. Go ahead and just I'm gonna group you guys up so I can copy and paste you guys because it's just a lot easier to do that. All right, the map looks different, but I promise you it is exactly the same as it was before. As following the map, Argos, you avoid getting lost in Forest View Forest, and in front of you you see the big the marble fortress that you are certain was the White Shield encampment.
Well, I suppose that's knock. Hmm.
All right.
Argos
As you
approaches
approach,
the gate.
as you approach and around here, you see two orc guards in white armor. They're basically in the same type of armor that you see those of Whitestone City. They say halt. State your business.
We're here to see our old friend Reynard.
They look at you with suspicion. As they say, and how can we trust you?
I mean,
We're
you could
certain
also
that
just bring.
you could always be demons disguised.
I
You
suppose
always
we
just-
could.
You could ask Reynard to come out here and talk to us. They know us.
We were told expressly not to disturb Reynard. And you just want us to leave our post just so you could get in, is that it? As they look at you guys with even more skepticism.
What if one of you leaves and the other one stays and watches us?
Hmm.
Yeah, Argos, I think I know a way
Argos-
in. Let's go.
Argus is gonna try to like scan the expression of the orcs, see if they're like all right in the head.
You scanned them. I think you had insight proficiency, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. You have a look at them as you're quite certain that they at least to be of sound mind at least, but they seem to be maybe on high alert.
So
Hey,
why does Sir Reynard not wish to be disturbed?
It was express orders of Commander of War Chief Uram to not disturb him.
But why? It's kind of odd to just.
We do not question the War Chief.
Miley just kind of whispers to Argos, Is this Reynard guy being held captive here?
I
Is
don't
that what's
believe-
going on here?
He shouldn't have been. He
I
looked
don't
like he
know.
was-
Seems kind of suspicious.
Argos, I thought Reynard was a guest here. Did something happen?
Yo, Argos, I
You-
can just no way in.
As Argo says that, or is Ace gonna try stopping him before he says that?
No, it just keeps on doing that. It's look, I know a way in. Just-
As the two guards basically are looking down on you, Argos, as they say, Reynard does not wish to be disturbed.
Curious.
Ooh, see, that's what my neighbor said when his wife went missing.
Let's see.
That was a real whole mess. Yeah. I mean, maybe don't trust a guy who constantly loses pet dogs, but that was mess. That was right. I'm just gonna go follow that guy. Milo's gonna turn and just like
Um,
walk
There you
toward
go.
A's.
Yeah, could you get Argos over here? I know a way in.
Argos like feigns walking away.
Argos
He
over
walks
here.
down the road until like he's out of sight. I guess far enough, and then loops back around.
Yeah, okay, I know a way in. We're going straight through that wall.
It's, straight through that
They
one.
just grab you and just cast Dimension Door, which is
Oh.
just like a dash. Just
A's.
Argos.
Oh.
You're quite certain from the layout of this building that you're quite certain. Before you go, I'll go ahead and you're smart enough to know the layout of this place, and you think to yourself that if you teleport or you dash in, you believe that you probably might raise hostility by just entering forcefully such as this, because you will probably not be hidden.
They were just going to try entering into the building themselves where Reynard's staying.
Was there a? I don't remember, but was there a secret entrance? You can't have one way in, and you can't have one way in, one way out for a fortress.
Argos, you ponder the possibility of a second entrance, and you recall that maybe it was a couple of days ago, but you recall that in the back of the fortress that Reynard showed you the use of the Ring of Bounty to unlock a sealed entrance to the gate or to the wall lining the wall that had some treasure that he claimed that he already plundered. But you would think that maybe this may be a possible avenue.
Yeah, let's give that a try.
Ace, do you continue to wish to do this dimension dash?
Yeah, if they know where Reynard is at the fortress anyway. Or like approximately, like which room they're staying in.
Creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast a spell. If you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or creature, you and any creature traveling with you take. Okay, so
We could try a more subtle way, you know?
That's pretty subtle.
And then like I guess Argos digs through the party's belongings. This ring, yeah?
all right, A's. Go ahead and make me a history check.
Let me see. History. Hold on, I think I have a sorcery thing. Magic guidance. Oh yeah, I have magical guidance already. Okay, is this enough to succeed? If it's not, I am going to use my magical guidance.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that if you with a history of 10, you only have the most basic of layouts, and that's excellent memory for maps and geography, and can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. Okay,
That's
you have
general layout.
yeah, that you're asking for like a very specific layout, and you're targeting his room as to avoid, or at least his quarters to avoid being spotted.
Then again, you have been there, so you can visualize it.
But
The issue would be
I'll say
if there's somebody just happens to be standing there.
I mean, if it's not enough, I have magical guidance. I'm going to try again. No, it failed. I have lucky. I have. Do I have an agile shift? Let me see.
I'll say.
I have
with the-
agile shift. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Come on, 8.
There we go.
Oh, it's kind of an 8.
Sure. I'm raising the DC on this, but it is still a questionable DC. Roll me a D100.
Yeah, these are my magical guidance, my lucky, my agile shift.
Oh my god! And I'm gonna go ahead and say you take the 4d6 force damage.
You feel a little sting on the inside there, Argos. Okay, I don't
You
suppose
just
you remember
cough
where
up
it is.
blood.
Because I got more of these. I can do this like 4 more times.
How about you don't?
Actually, 5. I'm fast. What this looks like, by the way, when it fails, is like you both just run into this tree that's right next to you.
Like,
No,
you
what
guys
it looks like is you running into the tree while pulling Argos along.
Yeah.
slam
like
into it all.
you're running us like at breakneck speed, only to just bop your face against a tree. Like, oh, that's got to sting.
I was feeling pretty lucky about that too.
Argos comes up with a rather spontaneous, probably bad idea. What if I just provide a false missive to Sirenide?
You know what would have been useful? So we were at that meeting with Albert, right? And he was signing a bunch of documents, right? What if, and I mean, this pen is nice and all, but what if I, just like happened to accidentally take a piece of paper that he had already signed? Too late now, though.
see. Argos clears his throat. Let's see. And he just like starts pre-jogging a bit just to get his breath pumping, or his lungs pumping.
Ace, you know people, right? You know people who can pull strings, right?
Not really, man. I'm just I actually don't have that many people I talk to on a regular.
I mean, you somehow know Albert. So do you think you can maybe, like, tell Albert to let the orcs let us in?
I mean, I can pull out the phone and try. They might
Yeah.
be busy though.
I mean, if you can
Very-
get the person you talk to talk to somebody else, doesn't necessarily have to go to Albert, but, like, if somebody talked to somebody who talks to somebody who says something about how we need to go into the fortress and just never really say why.
Age just picks up the phone. Yeah, is Big Al busy right now?
Not Big Al, just whoever plans stuff for him. His scheduler.
Yeah, this is that person right now on the phone.
But he's not the scheduler. He's scheduler. Ace is quite aware of. He is the person that relays information to Lord Albert, but he does not necessarily schedule anything he does.
Yeah,
As,
the scheduler.
I mean, a proxy.
Yeah, a proxy. As the proxy or the agent on the other end says, I believe he is currently in a meeting now. How can I help you?
We just need you to go in and whisper him something and have them give us thumbs up or thumbs down. Just like, we need to use their symbols so we can get inside this fort. Because we gotta talk to some fella inside.
I'm sorry. What fort? Are you referring to the Whitestone encampment or the White Shield encampment? Unfortunately, at least any of the adventurers have unfortunately been unable to gather any sort of information as to what's happening in there.
Yeah, that's why just to like enter the room real quick, whisper to Big Al's ear to give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. That's all we need. I just need permission to use the symbol.
White Shield encampment have their own autonomy. They only follow the orders of I believe they call him the latest war chief, Uram. I do not believe that they necessarily appeal to the higher degree of Lord Albert, but they appear to be working with him. But that's all we really know about them.
What kind of autonomous is? All right, thanks.
While this is going on, Argos kind of just starts taking her, like sprinting up to the gate.
Yep, you sprint up to the gate and you get as far as there again as they halt you.
Hey, Baharu, can't you turn into an ant or something and just sneak in?
I have an important visit from the city.
Wait, didn't we just see you? Where's this important documentation coming from?
Don't
So,
you know don't you know we adventurers have ways of communicating? How do you think we get stuff done so quick?
Yeah, you're definitely playing the part. Go ahead and roll me a deception check. By golly, they cannot beat that. As they I'm guessing to do this plan, did you take the stone from A's at least maybe as a assisting guys to prove it, or are you trying to claim it without it?
Real quickly, Argos turns and then just like motions to toss him the stone.
That's not sus at all.
You can't expect to, and it's like, you can't expect me to be wandering around here by myself, can you?
They definitely not. But with that insanely high degree of deception, they're like, Uram is. If it's urgent enough, Uram is inside the war chief's encampment. See him. Like if it's urgent enough, if it's urgent, see him now. As they unlock the gate, as you see a paladin and an orc open the gate on their end, as you are allowed to step into the White Shield encampment.
For the briefest of seconds, Argos turns to the party, winks at them with 2 thumbs up.
That
Huh.
was surprisingly
That
easy.
was supposed to be a stealth check, but nope, that turned out to be sleight of hand. Either way, 14, not a great roll. So they probably noticed her coming.
I mean, you're out in the open, and
Yeah.
I did announce the presence of the party.
yeah.
Yeah, Baharu, you could probably just sneak in. I could just dimension door over into the room, but until I know exactly where it is, it's going to fail again.
I guess in order to avoid arousing suspicion, Argos just heads straight to the main.
You recall the main building that Uram is over here.
Oops.
Yeah. I'll stop you before you end up causing more suspicion. So,
Argos knocks on the door.
Wait, is
enter.
Mila there or not? Basically, did the guard stop Mila or is she allowed in?
If it appears that you're joining Argos as a party, then yes, they'll allow you. But they're keeping an eye on you.
Mila will be hanging out next to Argos.
In the meantime, Argos will be like casually strumming his instrument, like just passively. He's gonna, I guess, see how well he does it, because like he's trying to mask his performance as a counter charm in the meantime.
All right. Go. As soon as you knock, you hear a gruff voice, and that speaks pretty good common. Say, enter.
Yep, Argos. Very well. I'm coming in.
As you enter the establishment, and you approach what seems to be like the big main room itself. You see another person staring at a map. Another person, I say, but it's clearly a half orc, and they're wearing clearly distinguished armor in comparison, and they also seem to have the insignia of Whitestone as well as you suspect that this is probably War Chief Oram.
Greetings.
As he looks at you, I was not. I thought we were keeping adventurers outside of our gates. Why are you here?
Yep, while he's just drumming. Well, I received an assignment from the city and looking to gather some assistance for some demon slaying. You see.
War Chief Uram, who is looking at the map, decides to grab it and starts to roll it up. Explain.
Basically, we're just here to help clean up one of the nightly demon raids, and figured a few extra hands would help.
We've had a lot of help with adventurers as of late. None too trustworthy. Some disguised as demons sneaking into our ranks.
Ah, that is unfortunate. Were you able to stop all of the infiltrations, or are you running into issues right now?
We've been... Well... It's a bit unfortunate that these demons seem to love hunting us in particular. Or at least those of my kind.
Curious.
You would have thought demons would have been racist.
Anything you can...
It's hard to say unless they just want us for our stronger bodies. It's hard to say.
Yep, Argos just recalls like a large number of demonic orc zombies. Anyways. Also, how's the night been? It's been a while since I visited him.
Reynard, he specifically requested not to be disturbed as he wanted to continue his research. Too many adventurers. I say that, but they are most likely already dead by the time they wanted to speak with him. They seemed particularly keen on trying to get him. He has expressed not to wish to be seen by any adventurers. So I had the order placed that all my orcs as well as the paladins of this fortress are to leave him alone.
I see.
What if we're not adventurers?
And then as you say that, he looks at you with as though all of a sudden he looks super serious, and if he looks like he's about to draw a weapon. What do you mean by that?
I mean, technically we're mercenaries, not necessarily adventurers. At least I'm a mercenary. I'm not in it for adventure, glory, any of that. No, I just want money. What did you think I meant?
Still grasping his weapon, he slowly sheathes it back. Oh, that's what you meant. Careful with your words. Demons love to impersonate your kind. Would it be the first? For all you know,
My kind.
As he looks to you as as a human or whatever, a humanoid, as he says, the demons particularly love to slay you. We slay people who look like you and then impersonate you and then enter our gates. Frankly, I'm tired of it. You seem to have tricked my guards of somehow to even get through, but I'll let it slide for now, as it seems that you appear to be working expressly with Lord Albert. Is that correct?
We didn't trick anybody. We told them the truth, that we came here to see you and talk to Renard. And they let us in because we told them we wanted to talk to you, and we're talking to you right now. There's no trickery here.
Nod. Confident nods, by the way.
He seems like, okay, you may speak with Reynard, but afterwards I need to speak with you.
Excellent.
You may see him. His quarters are right outside the main gates. It's not hard to find him. He likes to keep his area cool.
Yep. Thank you very much for your assistance.
He nods as you guys are leaving. He once again pulls out that map and continues to be observing it for something.
Does Mila see anything interesting about the map, or is it just a map of the surrounding
Sorry.
area?
Wrong
It
chat.
appears to be a
I didn't see a damn thing.
You saw that. It was a map.
Argos. You saw it as a map. Pretty nice looking map, but that's it. And Mila, if you wish to do it too, roll me a perception check. You get a better view of this map. Seems to be a map of the surrounding area, and you notice that there's at least 2 distinct landmarks. You notice that there's at least a square on the map with like an arrow pointing, and then what appears to be a circle. The square being the encampment that you're currently in, and with the arrow pointing in the circle with the question mark at the center of it. But it seems to be over a wide area, but you're not entirely certain.
Mm-hmm. So, just to double check, the square is around this encampment. The circle is elsewhere. But
Yes.
there's a okay. And I'm not sure where the circle is. I just know that it's over a large area at a different location on the map.
Yes.
All right, good to know.
All right, Argos, as you and Mila step out, it's a pretty nice encampment. But you're noticing that at least among the forces here, there's or like not forces, the people who live here, there are a few commoners walking about. You imagine maybe just living their daily life here. You don't know exactly what they do here for a line of work, but you know you'd expect that maybe they're like taking care of the place, smithing and other forms of job applications that they're able to do here. As as you recall from the last time you were here, there was a big there was like a heavy divide of, I guess, what you would say human civilization with their marble buildings. Actually, these buildings appear to be made out of some sort of wood furnishing, and then on the opposite side of this divide is the orc encampment, or at least the White Shield encampment. That they seem to be there on the other side. And if you're looking, you can easily find the building that Reynard has chosen to take quarters in, as just the cold aura alone gives it away as this one.
Sorry, I don't see which one you pinged.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realized I'm in the GM layer here.
Well, it's chilly as ever, but
Yeah, Milo, this is your first time experiencing it. Upon approaching this building, you feel a cold, chill aura, but it feels nice. It doesn't feel malicious. It actually feels like if this were a hot summer's day, this would have been a nice, refreshing breeze.
Argos just like knocks on the door and actually says, "Knock, knock."
It's silent for a moment, and then you hear like a shuffle inside, and then you hear enter. Oh no! Sorry, he says as you may enter.
Argos just like bursts into the "Good night, friend. How have you been?"
As you burst in, you see the ever familiar cloaked figure with no features to be seen whatsoever.
I've heard you've been
Well, Argos, it has certainly been a while. I'm glad to see that you are well.
I heard you've been into some rough encounters.
Yes. I don't enjoy killing demons, especially when they're trying to sneak into my quarters. No, they usually don't get very far.
What if we were looking to What if we're looking to call the demon invasions for a good while?
Well, I can do little, but offer as much help as I can, usually in the form of information. Though the adventurers, not always the most helpful. But seeing as how you're still wandering about, how has that ring of memories come along? That was believed the last time I saw your group.
It's been quite something for sure.
Yes. And who's your friend? As the cloaked figure gestures to Mila, who is still outside for whatever reason.
She's not meant to be. There's just not much room.
Oh, okay.
Mila is just like kind of crouched down, trying to get a good angle of his face.
Oh,
Like, oh,
right.
hey,
I guess let's make this a little more welcoming. As the door closes behind you, as he reaches over his head to reveal
They're
the
Dragonborn.
the silver dragonborn.
I'm shocked.
huh? You look real different from that other guy. The one that, what's his face? The one that talks too fast. You know,
He does, doesn't he?
he doesn't. You don't look that bad.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm quite old, but now that we have a little bit more room for discussion, I imagine this business is only meant for my ears.
But of course.
All right, go ahead and explain.
Uh,
So
3 days from now, lots of demons. We're gonna try to attack them first this time. I think. She just kind of looks at Argos.
I guess does Argos add to this point, or is that it?
yes, we're looking to cull the demon hordes for a good while, and we're wondering if you'd be able to lend us a hand.
I
You-
usually prefer to not to do the fighting myself, but if my fighting would help remove the demons from the constant threat of attack, then I will assist in any way I can.
Well, I mean, you don't have to fight. If you could, like, just like hook us up with some interesting items, potions, that sort of stuff.
Let's see,
There's more
Argos is
than
like-
one way to win a battle.
Argos leans in and is like, "You've demonstrated quite an amusing depth of knowledge and wisdom. We figured that it could be useful on the day of."
Then, actually, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay. Let's see. Advantage. What?
Ooh, good thing it wasn't at disadvantage. Yep. As you say that, he seems to stroke his long elongated chin, and then he says, "Well, I suppose I must do my fair share to help. It'll only be right. You will have I'll be of service to you in the coming days."
As he says this, Argos just out of caution tries to see. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be normal.
So the 13 on insight.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult to discern his
Facial expressions.
yeah, his facial expressions, whether he's being truthful or not. I'll say that you cannot discern if he is.
Okay.
Well,
Aren't you excited? Yeah.
Would you like to just have a cup of tea before you? I imagine you'll probably have to take your leave soon.
Sure.
I imagine you would have to maybe accompany the rest of your party wherever they may be. They don't appear to be in this encampment, at least.
They weren't interested in following me in.
He just nods. Well, next time, tell them not to be strangers.
For sure.
Problem though, you told people that you didn't want to be bothered so that everybody wouldn't let us in, and that's why they didn't want to come in.
Why, of course, I had already known you entered the encampment. I already know who you guys are. I don't see why I wouldn't let you in my quarters.
All that to the guards. They made such a big fuss. Like, no, we were told not to let anybody in to bother Reynard. And I was like, but and I don't know.
Well, I can't just have them say, I just can't just let them know every adventurer is welcome on my gates, otherwise I'm going to have the same issue as before. It's just a precaution. I'm really sorry about that.
Argos looks over to Mila. Like, all good with you? And he kind of just like makes eye contact with Mila and just like really quickly darts his eyes over to Reynard.
I don't know this guy, but he did offer me tea, which is nice.
Do you take the floating teacup?
Yes.
Yep. One floating teacup to you as well, Argos.
Yep. He enjoys a sip.
Mm-hmm.
Mila also enjoys
if
it.
you had used any spells, go ahead and roll me a d6, and that's how many of that spell level of that degree. I guess the total spell level is how much you recovered by.
Does that include the once per day spells given through feats?
Unfortunately, I'll have to say no. This is
Okay.
for spell slots.
This
So
does
is that
not
like
help me.
any spell slot, or is it specifically like a specific type of or a
You
level
get
of spell
you
slot?
get two it's like I would say how do I word this? So you rolled a 2, so you could get a level 2 spell slot or 2 level 1 spell slots. And
Okay.
since Milo rolled a 4, they could get 1 level 4,
Mhm.
1 level 3 or level 1, or you get the gist, right?
Yep, sounds good
Yeah.
to me.
Too bad that doesn't help me because the only thing I need is my hex back, but that's from a feat and not actual spell slots.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose.
Well,
we'll be
I
in touch.
guess, yeah, we just need to go talk to the war chief again.
You go easy on him. He was only doing what I requested. Now, I'll go ahead and continue my research until the day of reckoning, I believe. As the door opens, and before the door actually opens, you see Reynard once again robe himself to
Those
be unseen.
rolls, I don't know which is the right roll, so I rolled both of them. This is Mila walking out, still holding the teacup.
You are fairly certain that Reynard seems to notice this, as he does not make any attempt to stop you.
Yeah, then Mila just walks out, still holding the teacup, just continuing to take small sips every once in a while.
Yep, Argos just strolls up to the war chief's hut once more.
Did you have your discussion with Reynard?
So, we sure did.
Mila is just looking at the war chief over the top of the cup as she takes a sip.
Have you heard anything from the castle lately, or from the city lately?
We have not heard much.
Hmm.
We've only been tasked with the protection of Forest View Village. But I'm also in charge of making sure that this fort is to never be seized.
You're doing a damn fine job.
If I can avoid losing the lives of my orcs, Then,
Mila takes another long sip.
anyways,
Argos leans on the table. Say, you doing anything interesting in a few days?
I'm actually very busy with the current state of affairs. It's the reason why I wanted to ask you for something.
Argos actually raises an eyebrow. Oh,
Yes, unfortunately, for the past couple of days, we've been trying to find and locate. As he looked at the he gestures towards the map that's still out in front of him. We are located here.
indeed.
I imagine if you were taking your stay at of Whitestone City, if you were trying to get there through the East Road, I imagine you were probably attacked by another group of another orc clan.
I believe so.
Yes, they're known as the Spytammer clan. Mm. We were once a united group, the Spytammer clan. But now that I become war chief, the previous war chief was not happy with me taking his role.
Hmm.
The Spytimer clan has since been raiding, pillaging, and raiding nearby caravans as they're approaching from the east direction towards Whitestone City. Now, I don't know exactly where their camp is, just somewhere in this general area, as he gestures towards the circle with the question mark in it.
Well, we can't have this kind of discord going on.
I unfortunately am unable to assist in any relay information until either they're summarily dealt with or you seem to pacify them somehow. I'm not entirely certain why they're attacking us, probably because they just hate me, but I cannot shirk any of my duties until then.
Argos just taps the temple. Would you prefer this be taken care of diplomatically?
I knew the Ig, previous war chief. I knew him well. He was stern, tough, but, well, I wouldn't say that he was a good person. He was strong. I do not hate the person, or I do not hate Ig. If this can be settled diplomatically, then I will accept that.
Very well.
But
Argos,
if he proves any way hostile, I hope you know what to do.
yep, put them at the end of the sword.
Uram just nods. As he grabs the map and rolls it up, and then he hands it to you. I had previous adventurers try to take care of this. None have returned. I'm not entirely certain where they went.
I guess they've found this camp.
Or they just couldn't come back in because certain somebody's not letting adventurers back in. Long sip of tea.
Argos kind of just like turns and kind of just does a hand flailing. Get out.
Mila's taking this personally, guys.
Argos hems into his fist. Well, sure, we'll take care of it. Yeah.
Uram nods and proceeds to go into like some sort of office, what appears to be like some sort of office that's his, and he proceeds to close the door.
Yep. Argos walks down, and then he's like, "Could you maybe wait till we leave next time?"
If nobody tells other people that when there are problems, they're not gonna know there are problems, and then they're just gonna keep on going. The problems are just gonna get bigger and bigger.
Okay.
Just saying.
I get the idea.
Just saying, okay? If there's an issue and the solution they came up with isn't working, maybe it's time for a new issue. Or, yeah, a new solution.
Yes, I agree, but things are very delicate right now.
All right.
I think we're fine. I think we can get out of here if we really needed to.
Quest in hand, Argos takes the map to the supposed probable location of the Ig spiked hammer clam encampment. You're not entirely certain where, but just a general layout of somewhere in Forest.
Actually, no. Are these fellas wearing their helmets?
Yes.
Okay.
The paladins of it's not even just a couple of the ones. Any of the paladins on duty of this encampment are all wearing their helmets.
Actually, he's gonna try to just like eyeball the paladins he walks past.
Mhm.
What kind of like see anything like?
You're actively
Off-putting.
looking, right? So go ahead and make me a perception check. Yeah, just a perception check.
Can I roll a stealth check to try to
Be discreet.
discreet about it?
Sure, you can do both.
All right. Oh baby. And then a perception, right?
Yes.
Oh baby.
Right. They do not see you trying to persuade to perceive in them, but it is very difficult to see in their helmets.
The helmets they're not wearing?
They're wearing them.
Oh, they are wearing.
Yes, the paladins of this area are all wearing their helmets. Since I would say that you remained unseen, Argos, but you were unable to really discern what was underneath the helmets.
Okay. Yep. Argos just casually walks up to the gate and he's just like, "Right, well, we're leaving."
Stay safe out there. The orc grunts at you.
Mila grunts back.
As Argos is walking past, say, say, how long have you been like at guard of this gate under those orders? Must be
Are you
pretty
talking
hot.
about? Are you talking about War Chief Uram?
Yes.
Mm. He seems to stand there pondering. I've been here for a while now. I think, couple of months now. I don't leave my post all that much, or at least I just tend to follow what War Chief Uram says.
He just nods along. Do I know if he's lying?
He seems pretty truthful, actually.
Okay. Sounds good. Keep up the good work, sir. As Argos, I guess walks through the gate,
The paladin just says, "You too, stay safe, adventurer."
and then yep, walks over to these two just chilling under the tree.
As eventually Argos and I guess Mila who follows, or does Mila also wish to interact with any of the paladins?
Nah, Mila's
Hmm.
good. Just drinking her tea, walking back to the party.
The tea's long gone at this point, unless you're really just sipping at it, just like
Uh,
little tiny sips.
A little bit of both. She's taking small sips, and also she's just, like pretending to drink, so it's less weird that she just has a cup in her hand.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure. As they finally meet you guys, Miharu and Aze. What do you guys do?
I'm picking my nose at the trees. Oh my god! Going back.
And he keeps on dilating and undilating their eyes into the dark spots of the trees. Ooh. Ah.
So,
Ooh.
well, for the time being, it looks like we have Leonard's assistance. Trustworthy or not, he seems capable.
We got a side quest, guys.
Yes, the camp actually has the quest of us. They'd like us to look into the opposing orc camp that seems to be causing trouble for, well, literally anybody in the area.
I don't mind going to investigate that, but we also got one more fella to talk to first.
Sure.
I still don't trust that Renard fella. I think it's sketchy. it's just, I'm not being racist or anything, but you know,
Yep. A's completely sketchy at this individual who he has met briefly on occasion, but yeah. You guys, I guess, probably not going to get lost on your way to what you remember to be the location of the the Cavern of Memories. Let me go ahead and get that ready for you guys. All right, can you guys just all get together so I can copy and paste y'all? All right, as you guys step out into the path that you guys recognize, and you see the with the I don't know who's wearing the true ring of memories, but you guys do end up seeing the pathway, or at least the cave, the sigil of the Cavern of Memories. You guys proceed to use the ring of memories to enter.
Yeah.
No, we turn around and walk away. Of course we do.
All
What
right.
else would we do?
All right. Yep. You reveal the passage, and you proceed down the very long passage down to the Cavern of Memories. You see once again to the area pretty dark. You recall this place being very dark for the last time you were here, and the very familiar big block that was blocking your path once before, it is once again sealed by the sigil of memories that you're familiar with. I imagine you will just dispel that and get it out of the way.
it's in our way, so move it. It's gone.
And on the other side, much like you've seen before, you see. Oh wait, yeah, he's definitely in the token layer, right? Let me see. Can you see? I see him. Oh, A's for some reason cannot, because
I can see in the dark now.
yeah, I need to fix your token now. How much dark vision do you have?
Hold on. 60 feet.
How's that? Oh wait, did I mess up somebody's dark vision? Can everyone see?
I can.
I'm not on here, but I'm totally blind.
Oh, well, hold on.
I forgot where the entrance was.
You're over here. I believe A's has a light, so you could see as long as A's is in the area.
Ace does not have a light. Ace has dark vision and has no need of lights anymore.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Wihara. You're in the dark now.
I hold his tail.
Ace will give you light if you need it, though. You have the lights cantrip.
Now I have to put it back on you.
No, not on me. For Haru. Ace
Oh,
don't
on
need it.
Wihara. Okay, so Wihara, you now have the light on you.
You are now glowing. What do you do?
2020. How's
Oh,
that?
there we go. Now I'm glowing. Whew. I'm not blind.
Yep. As you reveal the open and reveal the path, you see a familiar, which you remember to be a very an illusion of the figure Grant. As he looks at you guys and says, "Ah, welcome back. Did you come to visit the 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 curation of memories?"
Kind of. So we're wondering if you had anything that could help us, because we're going to go and slaughter some demons in a few days with the help of Big Al, the fellow who runs the city around here.
Grant looks and says, "I believe I've given you what I was capable of." It was as he points to the true ring of memories. You are no longer a disciple of memories. You are now the current, like I would say, the current owners of this cavern of memories.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you got any knowledge, that'll also help out a lot. As Ace explains in excruciating detail, what the plan is.
He hears the plan, and he just says, I have no weapons of I can offer you. Most of the constructs were as he kind of looks a little bit downtrodden, were actually destroyed by you. My creator hasn't returned since.
Where's your creator, man?
I wish I knew. It's been a long time since I've last seen him.
Are you sure he's still alive?
I can only hope.
How long ago did they leave?
He seems to think. About a month ago.
Just a month ago. That's
How do
not
you know
long.
how much time has passed?
Hey, this is the memory fella. They got a good memory.
Let's see.
Yeah, but I mean, time is all about like reference points, right? We only
Yeah.
call it daytime because that's when the sun's up. If we wanted to, we could call daytime nighttime, and because daytime just means these hours when the sun's up. There's no sun in here. This is a cave.
Yeah, but
How
the
do you know
memory's
if
really
it's
good.
daytime?
They know they remember exactly how long 20 seconds ago was. So if they can remember how long 20 seconds ago was, they can remember exactly how long 12 hours ago was. That's how it works.
But how do they know how long a second is?
Time passes differently from me, friend.
A second's
See?
only like this. 1, 2.
See, he even
Right, so
said
you do
time
that.
passes by differently. How
No,
does he
no.
know that his time is the same as our time?
Well, it doesn't
Well-
need to be the same. It's just gotta be that. It's just arguing with each other about this.
Argo
background.
steps up, speaks up. More importantly, I don't believe you've ever provided us with his identity.
I suppose I never actually did. Well,
Surely you know what he looks like.
he's not the tallest of people. I believe for you, you would probably recognize him as some sort of dwarf.
A dwarf.
He nods.
Have we ever seen a dwarf? Argos turns to look at the rest of the party.
I
Ace is
shrug.
busy. Ace is busy arguing the semantics of time.
Argos automatically deems these two as hopeless and looks at Wehar. Have we ever encountered a dwarf in our journeys?
I recall no such dwarfs.
Mila is no longer arguing with Ace. Ace is just talking at Mila.
Argos turns back to Grant, and then he's just like, Do you by any chance remember what he looks like? What his favorite hobbies are?
Well, his favorite hobbies was the construction of, well, constructs. He certainly enjoyed creating some sort of elaborate and rather unique looking constructs. You saw the molten forges before. You saw as he points to the metallic cube that Ace has. As well as you've also encountered me.
If it was like they left a month ago, we could use the Ring of Memories to probably track where they left to.
It is not very likely. He is also very privy to his own ring of memories. I'll have you know that. I suppose it's only right for you guys to know. The all heroes of the Ring of Memories, or the Rings of the Chosen, as discussed before, I'm saying this out of character. As discussed before, you guys recall that he showed you like the statuettes of the inheritor, or like the chosen ones with each ring of their own sigil. As he says, the every single one of them usually has a mantle that usually disguises their facial features. This is to prevent being seen by, as he points to by the Ring of Memories. You'll be able to see that, at least you'll be able to know which one of them is among them, but you will not be able to see which one they are. If that makes sense.
That sounds like a serious security flaw. What if somebody just kind of steals one of the rings?
It is to offer a degree of privacy, though. Most of the heroes are usually strong enough to take care of themselves. I don't think any of the rings would be stolen from them. Miharu, as he says this, you recall a very familiar scene of a cloaked figure when you use the Ring of Memories, big mutilated, and the Ring of Shadows stolen.
Huh. Can the ring change someone's height, or is it just their facial features?
No, I don't believe there was any power of any of the rings to change facial features. Why do you ask?
Well, a while back,
So, funny story.
we saw someone who got turned into, someone got shanked at a campfire.
I imagine you see a lot of things, but that must have been terrible. Sorry to hear that.
The individual that was stabbed, we could not see their face.
Oh no. Who was it?
The assailant carried a ring of shadows.
No, you recall, Riharu. I'm sorry. You recall that the assailant stole the Ring of Shadows from the person they shanked.
There we go. I relay the information.
So, the hero of shadows is slain, huh? That is most unfortunate to hear.
Does that mean that somebody else could theoretically become the new person?
Grant just nods. But if I recall, the original owner of the True Ring of Memories left their ring here. Perhaps they knew they were also being hunted. Actually, as he looks to, because you guys had gotten a Ring of Memories from, if you recall, a dead adventurer from that was found in the Assassin's Guild. There was no details as to which adventurer had this ring, but you guys recall that that's where you got it, or at least the adventurers said they got it.
Yeah, all this is happening. Sonic is just currently sitting on top of Ace's head, where they have the requisite qualification for this area and deserve respect.
Isla's just nodding, listening and nodding along as if she understands what's going on. She doesn't. She has no clue. She wasn't here for any of this.
As you see Grant become maybe a little bit downtrodden as he says, "I fear my master may have already been slain."
Well, what happens to you, man? Like, can't we put you inside of a mecha suit? that you gives life. You did it before, kind of.
This is merely a. This is not my true presence. It's just the presence that I'm granted over this area. It causes less fear, and what we were hoping would be some sort of well, we were hoping that people would come visit to have a look at my master's creations.
We could send people to visit over later. Just wanted to see if you had any more information to help us out with, because if we all end up dying to demons and stuff, I can't send nobody over.
Wait. So, sorry, I'm kind of late to this conversation, but you set up this gallery so you could have people come over to visit, but the only way they can come in is if they have a special ring?
Yes.
Huh?
My master was planning on having the ring of memories, more of a tourist attraction.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense, because then you could control what kind of people come into the gallery if there's only one person that can guide them in. Okay. And because of how exclusive it is, you could hike up to prices, and okay, that makes sense. Decent business plan, terrible marketing.
Argos
Well-
is actually pondering for some. You noted these heroes wear these magical cloaks, yes?
Yes.
Are you perhaps familiar with the name Reynard?
Grant seems a bit confused as he says, "Reynard, that's
Yeah,
no, I'm not quite privy to the name Reynard."
I suspect
dragon person like that one. Milo points at Ace. Only better looking and white. Well, silver.
I suspect he wears one such cloak.
It is entirely possible the previous inheritor of any ring may have provided him as such. There's also the scarier alternative that he stole it.
Actually, Argos, wait a second. I probably answered my own question. As he procures, I guess, the true ring of bounty. I suppose he was the actual owner of these.
He looks at the true ring of bounty. Ah, so you did meet the chosen ruler of the bounty. I'm sorry. I've only seen pictures of the previous inheritors, but I'm not entirely privy to their actual appearances.
Yeah, very well. I believe ultimately we came to see if your true form would be capable of assisting us.
You require my assistance.
Yeah, that's
Indeed.
what I said that. So it's
Oh, you were asking to see if he could provide of assistance as to material things. Argos is specifically requesting their true presence. As as Grant says, you wish for me to be of assistance.
Hmm.
Though I would suppose I would normally have to take heed to my master. And you are now the new chosen rulers of memories.
yeah,
As,
not
go
us.
ahead.
Sonic is.
I suppose the hedgehog is, but
Go
By
ahead
extension,
and
we
roll
are.
me a persuasion check.
just like, but by extension, we are. Persuasion. I literally cannot roll lower than a 17.
And you rolled a 17.
Amazing that you actually got a. I don't know what you got.
As Grant is hearing your request for assistance, he says, "Well, I'm not too pleased with the potentiality of my master having been slain. I suppose it would only do me right to slay those who did this. You merely call me, and I will be there.
Excellent. Do you have a way for us to summon me?
Grant the illusion Grant seems to like gesture, and you can hear like a large mechanical being slowly get approaching. Do you guys do anything about that? This would be Mila's first time hearing or seeing this.
Yeah, so
go-
Mila does hear something. She does get in a ready stance, but notices that nobody else is doing anything.
Yep. Well, Argos looks over at Mila and just like holds his hand up as like keep your weapon stowed.
Mila
why do you-
continues to stand in a ready stance with her
Also,
fists
for
up.
your persuasion,
What?
Argus, why do you only have a 2 on your proficiency bonus on it?
Why is it only a 2 on proficiency?
Huh.
It should be
Check.
4.
Ah, we're gonna have to look at your sheet, Tim.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Anyways, so that means some of your previous persuasion rolls were actually higher.
Who'd have thought?
Well, you've been rolling exceptional anyways, so. As Mila, I guess it doesn't come into view quite yet, but everyone else sees the large mechanical being Grant appear as the illusion of Grant disappears. As you hear the steam come as Grant themselves finally makes an appearance in front of Mila.
Huh. So all that nonsense about this being the better form so you don't scare people and all that. Okay, okay, that makes sense. This is definitely the better form though, yeah. I mean, you could sell performances with this form. Not so much the crusty old guy that's but I mean, this people would pay to see this.
I'm merely merely an overseer and protector of this cavern. As he steps forward, and from his chest, you see like a tiny little thing plop down. As he grabs it with his metallic hands, and with his large claws, basically being very gentle about this gesture, or at least sort of extends it out, I guess, to around people height, as for one of you guys to receive the tiny trinket that he's about to provide.
I guess Argos just holds out his hand.
I was gonna say, are you guys gonna let Mila take it? Because you guys might regret that.
Yep.
Well, Argos is holding out his hand.
Yep. Argos, you see the large metallic claw just very gently place it down into your hands, and it appears to be like some sort of little amulet. It kind of looks like a clock, and it even makes a ticking sound.
All right. How does this thing work? As Argos just like shakes it a bit.
The amulet will let me know of your location, and wherever you are, I'll be able to be there in no less into what you would imagine a turn.
Yep. Argos looks around for like a button to press or something.
Is this
You're like investigating this little amulet that seems to tick, and you think that you could probably click the glass, sort of like like a clock. You could click press against the glass, and it makes a clicking sound.
Yeah, I guess he like applies a bit of pressure with the thumb, noticing that it moves a bit. Fantastic. I suppose we'll be counting on you then.
Grant nods. I must return back to my duties of Watcher of the Cavern. If you wish to continue exploring here, you may do as you wish.
Argos just takes a bow, turns to the party. Well, Anything else?
Well, I mean, if we survive, we'll tell more people about this place. If we don't get eaten by a demon or something.
It's a shame my master was unable to finish the Cavern of Memories, but if it brings him any hope, he would certainly love to see his work on display.
I mean, do you want to be a star?
I
You
have no
are-
intentions of being a star. I
I-
just want to serve my master's legacy and
Yeah.
and be the curator of his cavern.
I
And
mean,
if
but
I
think of
ever-
it this way: you are your master's legacy.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Come on. Why do I do this when I have terrible persuasion?
Please ignore this because I'm checking something right now. Let's see. That is weird. Why is that only doing 2?
As you say this, Mila, he
Uh-huh.
just says, "I will think about it." As he looks you guys over and nods, and proceed. You hear the mechanical being turn around and start making it back to what you would assume was the place that he oversaw the cavern.
Just saying, a lot of people would pay a lot of money to see that thing walking around.
Yep, Argos just nods. Yep.
What are you trying to say about
We could
dragons?
We could start a fundraiser. That has nothing to do with dragons. It has to do with being a mechanical construct that has its own sentience. This is life that was created without being alive.
Well,
Ish.
he could have been alive. We don't know much about Grant.
Yeah, see? All the more reason why people would pay to see something like this. And then we could like
Argos
start a
is-
fundraiser. We could use the money to like work on production in the hall, make it more fancy, more accessible to like normal people, and then we could charge even more for access to explore the hall. It could be a great theme park.
Argos is already at the far end of the entrance.
Business opportunity aside, as you guys resume the long trek back up. Yep, it is closer to the midday point. You would think that it is around 7 o'clock. You'd think staying out much longer would probably be nighttime soon.
Should we just take refuge at the orc camp, at the White Shield camp, or should we just make our way back to the city?
I mean, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. How many people can I fit on this? Give me a second.
Oh yeah, let's go back to the camp where they're not allowing anybody in.
Hold on. I'm checking something.
That makes sense, right? Like, oh, we can't let adventurers in, and if you say that you're not an adventurer, we're automatically going to kill you. Blah blah blah.
I can only put one person on my footing disc. Well, so we just get back over to the main capital. Probably the best way to go.
So let's see. Do all these skills just benefit from like half proficiency or something?
Because of your jack of all trades.
Oh yeah, jack of all trades. There we go. Okay, I'm not actually proficient in persuasion.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm proficient in deception.
Huh.
So you're better at lying than convincing.
Much. I mean, pretty much.
Okay, so that's why you're jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's interesting. I didn't know that jack of all trades was a thing. Neat.
I should have put more points into Mila's charisma with how often I shoot my mouth off.
You are certainly talking a lot more. All right, so you guys are outside of the Cavern of Memories. You recall it being here. Did you wish to to return to Whitestone City, or did you want to try the White Shield encampment?
Let's-
Hayes doesn't mind going back to the city.
Yeah, would we be able
Mila's
to make
vote
it
is
back
the
to the city
city.
before like nightfall?
Yes.
All right.
It'll
yeah,
it'll be cutting it close, but you would definitely be able to make it there before nightfall if
Oh,
you
yeah.
head there now.
Argos takes one good look at A's and he's just like, yeah, we probably just go back to the city
Yeah, be quick.
right now.
Yeah, all right. So you head straight towards the Whitestone City, and another 2 hours pass as eventually you do make it as the nightfall begins. I'm gonna put you back in the center marketplace. And with the safe return of to Whitestone City, will you guys be attempting to take a long rest?
I think that would be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could always just like go to the stores, anything of the sort. I mean, up to you.
Nope.
Wait, Haru?
I will take my long rest.
All right, and Mila too, and Ace.
Yep.
Yep.
Just Loris.
Mila's got nothing she needs to get.
All right. As let me go ahead and make one last roll. You guys are here, the Sentinel. The night passes uneventfully.
Heck yeah.
As I think that's a good time to end the session for now.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Neat.
Alrighty, guys. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I did it.
It was a more of a talking session this time in preparation for the big event that's happening in the next 2 days. So, I guess get your fighting mojo ready as either you guys decide to take the side quest, or we could just skip to the 7th day and you guys can begin that. It'll be up to you, and I guess we can go ahead and decide that next week.
I think for Emily's sake, we do the side quest.
What is that? Oh, yeah. Look, I should have had all this stuff typed up weeks ago. Look, if somebody else wants a DM again before me, I am all for it.
Nope. You're next.
I have a
Best of luck.
neat character ready for you for that campaign.
You're next.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you more about backstory stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, just putting it out there. If you want to make a custom background and not just like take a current background from the backgrounds list, talk to me, please. We can make up some special stuff, and I can, with your what's the word I'm looking for? Not with your help. That's not the word I'm looking for. With your permission, we can find ways of tying your backstory into the overarching plot.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Also, I'm not above bribery, and if we